When you're in that insulated bourbon womb called Kentucky, you can easily forget that there are still people who are completely new to bourbon. So here, judgment-free, are some of the answers to things you've secretly been Googling about bourbon. Is bourbon a whiskey? There's the old adage, all bourbon is whiskey, but not all whiskey is bourbon. However, if you're asking this question, you probably haven't heard that yet. Whiskey is a type of alcohol distilled from grains. Bourbon is also a type of alcohol distilled from grains, but it must be distilled from a minimum of 51% corn, barreled in charred new oak containers, and bottled no lower than 80 proof. And all of that has to happen in the U.S. for it to be called bourbon. What bourbons are made in Kentucky? The fact is, bourbon can be made anywhere in the United States, but Kentucky produces 95% of the bourbon in the world. There are some up-and-coming distilleries outside of Kentucky, Breckenridge in Colorado, Iron Root Republic in Texas, and Kings County Distillery in New York, to just name a few brave souls who are fighting the good fight from outside of Kentucky. Why is Kentucky bourbon the best? It's the climate, stupid. It gets really hot in the summer and drives the whiskey into the wood. And then it gets really cold in the winter and draws it back out, giving it all of its color and a lot of its flavor. And in Kentucky, corn grows like the hair on your grandpa's ears, plentiful and great. How did bourbon get its name? Well, even the experts can't agree on this one. One popular theory says that it was likely sold to the only major downriver market at the time, New Orleans. And when people would eventually start asking for some of that old Bourbon Street whiskey on the paddle boat, it likely caught on. Can bourbon go in the freezer? In the immortal words of the late Booker No of Jim Beam, drink it any damn way you want.